Hello, everyone. This is Gabbing about God, and Southern New Hampshire University has a fall fiction writing contest where entries have to be 1,500 words or less, and they have to be works of fiction, and I tried entering it last year, and they said, don't quit your day job. But I'm hoping I do better this year. So I submitted a story, and this is the story that I submitted, and I'm going to read it aloud to you, and then you can tell me if you think it's good or not. If you think it's going to win. That's what we should have. Tell me in the comments if you think my story's going to win or not. I remember my first day in jail. I had a psychotic break one night and woke up in a holding cell the next morning with no memory of what had happened to put me there. I remember seeing a bright white light in my dreams and a voice screaming in my head saying, you're dreaming, wake up, wake up, wake up! I can see the light behind my closed eyes. It's so bright it makes my head hurt. I crack open one eye and am nearly blinded by the light surrounding me. It's so bright. I close my eye again, but that's a temporary solution, and I know it. Eventually, I'll have to open my eyes and face whatever is in front of me. I muster up all my strength and open both my eyes. I'm surrounded by white. I'm lying on a white tile floor, surrounded by white cinder block walls. How long have I been out? What time is it? What day? Where am I? Why am I here? Most of all, what did I do? I slowly bring myself to a sitting position. Crisscross applesauce on the tile floor. There's a drain in the floor to my right. It reeks of urine and vomit and bleach. Where am I? I state the obvious. I'm not at home. Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore. I look up and to my left. There's a mirror. To my right is a short wall. A stall of some kind? What is behind the wall? Probably a toilet. I bring myself to my knees. This hurts. I'm bruised. I can feel it, can see it on my arms and hands. Where did I get these bruises? I glance up in front of me, and 7 feet away is a large black metal door. I lean back, rest against something. Behind me is a white bench coming out of the wall. I slowly pull myself up, my arms shaking, grab the bench, put myself into a sitting position. I cross my legs, then uncross them. This all feels so absurd to me. Where am I? It seems obvious to me. I'm in a jail cell. I've never been in trouble. I've never even had a traffic ticket. But I know in my soul this is where I am. In jail. So how did I get here? What did I do? The air around me contains no answers, so I sigh, then lie down, draw my feet up, curl up on my side, cross my legs in front of me, close my eyes, and try to sleep. Sitting in the dark cell, I wrap the blanket tighter around myself and hug my knees. It's night again, and I can't sleep again. So here I sit, awake and thinking. I try praying, but that isn't happening tonight. I hear one of the other ladies clear her throat. Kimmy sits at the table with a cup of water, swirling it in circles as she sips quietly. I lean back against the bar of the bed and close my eyes. Thoughts race through my head. I spread my fingers wide, trying to count my blessings. Sometimes it calms me enough to doze for a bit. I could really use the sleep, so I try. 1. I'm alive. 2. I have my church family, who have shown themselves to be my real family. None of my blood family is visiting me, sending me letters, or showing that they care. Best not to think about them. Back to blessings. 3. I have God. 4. I have Jesus. Does that count as 1 or 2? They're the same being, but Jesus was human too. so he can empathize with me in a different way than God can. I realize I'm not going to solve that theological dilemma tonight, so I throw in the Holy Spirit for good measure. 5. 6. I have my friends here, strangers a few weeks ago, who now know more about me than my blood family ever did. 7. I have my health, which surprises me. It's true. I'm probably healthier than I've been in years. That realization stops me. I've lost everything I used to measure success, my job, my apartment, my freedom. I wear this scarlet CSC on my chest that I'll carry for the rest of my life, or until I can get my record expunged, if that's even possible. I don't know what I'll do when I get out, but I smile because somehow I'm doing better than I have in years. All false pretenses are gone. I'm not living up to any image. I'm just me. Flawed, scarred, somewhat worse for the wear, but me. I'm more honest with myself than I've been in a long time, because I have nothing left to hide behind. The fake friends and fake family are gone. Everyone left in my life actually wants to be there. I don't know what I'll do when I get out. My caseworker is looking for a bed at the homeless shelter, but until I hear for sure, my fate's up in the air. I have a lead on a local church, the United Church, where I can sleep in the lobby until morning if I'm released in the afternoon. At least I won't be out on the street. From there, we'll see if I can find somewhere more stable to stay. So yes, I'm scared and anxious, and I don't have anything. My belongings are stored at my friend's house and at church. I don't even have a phone. Well, I have my old cell phone, but the bill hasn't been paid in 5 months. I feel completely disconnected from the world outside these walls. But there's something to be said for hitting rock bottom, literally. I spent most of my first week here on a concrete floor. I really did hit rock bottom. Before this, I used to slip into strange states where I wasn't aware of what I was doing, but I'd walk around, have conversations, and do things I couldn't remember afterward. Like being blackout drunk, but without the alcohol. It was like sleepwalking. I'd lock my doors and pile chairs against them in case I wandered outside. I was afraid I might hurt myself. I never thought I could hurt someone else. Now it seems I have, and I don't know what I did or who I did it to. All I know is I'm in trouble, more trouble than I've ever been in. Tears slide down my face. I drop to my knees, press my forehead to the cold floor, and pray harder than I ever have. These aren't holy prayers. I whisper, please, God, please, let me out of this. If you let me out of this one last time, I promise I won't screw it up again. I'll be good. I'll get help. I'll tell my therapist about the blackouts. Please, God. I bargain like a child, promising to be holy, to say hundreds of Hail Marys if he'll just let me get away with whatever I've done. I remember years earlier when I blacked out and walked to church, fell and hit my head on the curb, then stumbled inside bleeding and threw up all over myself. They called an ambulance and I went to the ER, but even that didn't wake me up. I didn't get help. I didn't even tell anyone what was happening to me. Stupid, stupid, stupid! I know exactly why I didn't ask for help. My mom and my brother always said I was crazy when I was growing up, and I didn't want to prove them right. But that fear seems ridiculous now. Now I've done something terrible, something I can't even name, and I'm locked up in jail, covered in puke, praying to a God who might not even be listening. I'm not the kind of person who hurts people. I don't even like killing bugs. Oh God, whatever I've done, please let me get away with it. Please, please, please. I curl into a ball on the floor and cry myself into a daze. I can't call it sleep, but I fade away, whispering over and over, please let me get away with this. I'm ashamed of myself that I ever prayed that prayer, but I did, because I was tired and scared and in pain, and at the time, I couldn't think of a worse thing than being in jail. But now I can think of a lot of things worse than being in jail, like being without empathy and praying that prayer. Rock bottom never looked so good. So what do you think? Am I going to win? Hey, thanks for watching my video. You should subscribe. You should like this video. You should leave a comment and tell me if you think my story is gonna win the contest. Awesome. Thanks for watching.